This week, we give you a quick peek of this year's RV Industry Open House in Elkhart, Indiana, with full coverage of the event starting next week. Then, we revisit Pippy Peterson as she installs a new carefree power awning on her Bounder motorhome. She is definitely a talented DIYer when it comes to RV maintenance and retrofitting. Also, Mark and Don Polk from RV Education 101 show us how to install a cellular signal booster in your RV. These stories and more on this week's Rollin On TV. Rollin On TV is brought to you by Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. Each year, the RV industry hosts what it simply calls the Open House. Now, this event is technically not a show, as there is no one person or organization that runs it. I guess you could call it an impromptu gathering of RV manufacturers from around the country that show and promote their newest products for the upcoming year to dealers from across the country. What's also unique about this non-show is it is held on what's normally acres of Indiana farmland that stretches from the RV/MH Hall of Fame Museum for almost a mile down the highway. The atmosphere? I would describe it as a combination of enormous RV show mixed in with a state fair and a jumpin' music concert, along with lots of really great food. And yes, business does get done here. Lots of it. Starting next week, we'll be bringing you a look at what our team found new and interesting at this year's event. Why, even Michelle, our marketing and online director from Two Gals and a Boston Brood, found some interesting new units, like this little barefoot trailer.
Oh my goodness, look what caught our eye. Called the Barefoot. Not available in the United States. It's made in Britain. I wonder what's under here. Oh my gosh, it's a tire, spare tire. Keep it out nice and clean. I love the color. These decals are adorable. And the windows, acrylic windows. Now I'm sure it doesn't have a bathroom, right? Oh my gosh, it does. It has a bathroom. Lovely colors, lovely European design. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. Has a kitchen, couch, everything you need, really. So this is the Barefoot. We're at the open house. I'm Michelle Fontaine of Two Gals and a Boston Brood for Rollin On TV.
Be sure to tune in next week as we begin our full coverage of the open house. Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com.
Exploration. It affirms that we are alive, demands that we are present. So let's put our work lives on pause, ramble out into the world, and share the journey with the ones we love.
For more information, visit lancecamper.com.
You meet a lot of interesting people out on the RV trail. Most of those RVers at some time or another have to do some maintenance, repairs, or upgrades to their vehicles. And a lot of those RVers choose to use a plastic wrench to do that work. And that's great if they're not comfortable doing it themselves. However, there is the other side of the coin, which is RVers that roll up their sleeves, get out their tools, and do the whole thing themselves, or as much as they can. We'd like to introduce you to Pippy Peterson. She's a young lady who lives in a classic bounder motorhome. And Pippy, to say that she's a do-it-yourselfer is really kind of an understatement on the term. She does more projects on her vehicles than most RV owners will ever think about. So let's take a close look and get to know Pippy Petersen. Tools, RV hardware, and knowing what to do with them are Pippy's specialty.
So I'm Pippy Peterson, and I grew up in rural Oregon, you know, on a lot of land, and because of that, my parents were always building things or with animals and stuff like that, and so I kind of developed a sense of enjoyment for physical work, as well as, you know, the details that come along with construction and some mechanical stuff and a bunch of DIY stuff. So my dad was an electrical engineer, and so he was always tinkering with things, and you know, he went beyond just electrical stuff, doing mechanical things and construction, and so I was always around that, and I just loved it. It was amazing, you know, to see these tools that he was working with and that they could do certain things, and that was really appealing to me and exciting. And then as I grew up, I started realizing that, you know, some tools that might be small that you have in home can be like bigger to do bigger projects. And, you know, it was just amazing to kind of see the world, be able to question and see how the world is put together, you know, these different industries and stuff like that. And it's just very appealing to me. When the idea came about to buy an RV, that suited, you know, so many different things in my lifestyle. One, I can now move around. I didn't have to pay extra rent for my dog, you know. I didn't have to share walls with anybody. And I could, you know, I didn't even need a lease. Plus, then it also allowed me to do all my renovations. So it was like suiting in so many different ways.
From accessory installations to major upgrades, Pippy has done them all. New flooring plus extra insulation and wainscoting were one RV renovation project she tackled. She has significant YouTube and Facebook followings of fans who keep track of her projects.
A lovely shot of my septic system. All right, so now that I got my track finally installed, I'm ready to start assembling the arms and the roller assembly so that it can be lifted on and slid into the track. So when you get your arms, one's going to be motorized and one is not. So it'll have a sticker, so don't just tear off the plastic when you get it. This one says motor and then that one says idler. I've done so many kinds of projects on and in my RV, from design stuff like interior design stuff to mechanical stuff and a bunch of electrical stuff, which has been really exciting. Some of my most popular electrical videos are my DIY, you know, home done solar installation where, you know, I had to build my own frame to put my panels on my roof and, you know, wired it myself. I have extra heavy batteries for an RV, so I had to build some you know, extra support for that, getting that all hooked up. That's probably one of my most popular series, is all the solar videos I've done. Probably one of my most difficult projects was converting my RV from 30 amps to 50 amp dual phase, which allows me to run both air conditioners at the same time, which is great because I love to live in the hot areas. So you want to make sure to get caulking underneath the awning track, and that'll help from potential leaks in the holes that you're going to be making with the screws. All right, here's the last one, number 58.
She chose the driver's side for the install because the passenger side already had an awning, and she wanted to help keep the driver's side cool in the fierce Arizona sun. Studying the detailed instructions and researching technical matters are a standard part of her process. With the awning rail installed, next comes the awning tube and arms.
All right, so I'm just gonna take this out of the shipping tube. I think if you just stand on it, it might, I can bring it a little lower.
We'll be right back with more about Pippy Peterson and her Carefree of Colorado awning installation right after these commercial messages.
At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollinontv.com.
Simply put, Thetford's AquaChem has outsold all its competitors combined because it's the strongest holding tank deodorant available. It provides the strongest odor control around the clock in all temperatures and conditions. It quickly liquefies waste and tissue and is 100% biodegradable. AquaChem, the industry standard for 50 years. For more information, visit Thetford.com. AquaChem, another great product from Thetford.
Welcome back to Rollin On TV. Let's learn a bit more about Pippy Peterson, a proficient RV do-it-yourselfer, and continue following along with her Carefree of Colorado awning installation on her motorhome.
All right, this is the motor one. Okay.
Carefree says the awning arm brackets need to be installed before raising the tube and installing the fabric on the coach.
Close the arm. That's the only thing. I didn't open and close it. So the next step is to get the arm attached to the roller assembly. So you can see that you have to line it up a little bit. And before you do this, you want to make sure that the fabric is going, over and up toward the mounting track, not under beneath.
Some of the steps seem a bit clumsy for one person, but Pippy muscles through the jobs with aplomb. There are times when you need to call in reinforcements on a larger project, and raising the completed awning into place is one such occasion.
So it's like this, and then you lift it like this, and then you're gonna want to walk over here until that end is able to line up with the track, and then I'll be on the roof and I'll help feed the track through.
Making sure everyone knows what to do is an important first step. Pippy uses a small cargo trailer as her portable garage and tool shed. It's also a shady spot to escape the sun for a few moments.
You can flare this beginning part of the track out so that it's got a little bit wider space to go through.
Two extra friends help her with the fabric installation part of the job.
Up. You guys got it? Okay.
The friends supported the awning and support arms while Pippy guided the fabric into the awning rail near the roof.
Hold on. Jim, can you lift yours up a little higher?
As a hint, make sure you use robust friends with muscles for this part of the task.
Did we put oil on it?
The tops of the awning arm brackets were bolted into a structural frame member near the wall and roof interface.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Heavy-duty pop rivets with special commercial-grade expanding fittings secure the lower sections of the brackets.
So it's not actually going to fit this way because of this base down here. But what's cool about this tool is you can turn the head and there and now get into some pretty tight spots.
The average home-style tool may not work, so Pippy used an industrial-quality DeWalt pop riveter.
Oh, cool! Yes!
The next step is testing the awning extension.
Fingers crossed. Ha! It works!
Pippy used a cordless tool battery to run the awning out and back again before proceeding with the permanent wiring.
Very cool. I'm so excited.
Next comes the wire routing. This is a great time to remember the old saying, measure twice, drill once. Routing the control and power wires inside the RV can be a challenge, but it can be done both neatly and safely. Easy wiring access and convenience for operation are factors in electric awning control panel switch placement. What's next for Pippy's RV plans? This lady is definitely not an armchair RVer. A major cross-country trip is in the works.
So I'm really excited about my trip. I've done a lot of work and maintenance so far to get ready for it, but I still have some other things to work on. For example, I definitely want to change out all my tires, and I want to do a complete cooling system maintenance and check on that. Also, my projects are getting more and more complicated, and I'm kind of needing to upgrade all my tools and make sure that I'm hitting the road with, a lot of confidence. Recently, I've added a new crew member aboard my RV, and that is my rescued greyhound, Chase. He's accompanying me, and he's very excited about his retired life, and I'm happy that I was able to help him out.
Chase knows how to handle the Arizona heat. There's something truly satisfying about a hands-on job well done. The carefree awning install was a challenge, but it worked out just fine.
Well, thank you so much for visiting. We'll see you next time.
Need some new replacement rubber trim and seals for your RV? Now celebrating their 60th anniversary, Steel Rubber Products has been the leading choice for discerning hot rod and classic car owners for all their rubber parts needs. And now, Steel Rubber Products is offering the same high-quality parts and service to RV owners everywhere. For more information on Steel Rubber Products and to get a free RV catalog, visit rv.steelrubber.com. When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends.
Hi, I'm Mark Polk with RV Education 101. I have a product that I'm excited to talk about and install on the RV today. Let me ask you a question. When you travel in your RV, do you ever get frustrated by the weak phone signal you get? It happens to us all the time, and when your business depends on a strong signal when traveling by RV, it makes matters much worse. Today I have the solution to weak signals. The Weboost Drive 4GX RV Cellular Signal Booster, designed specifically for RV owners. Let's get started. When you travel by RV, dropped calls and slow data are generally caused by one of three things: the distance you are from a cell tower, building materials used in your RV, obstructions from objects around you like trees. The solution is the Weboost Drive 4GX RV. It's powerful, fast, and easy to use. It boosts the signal where you are at up to 32 times more powerful. The way it works is an outside antenna receives the signal and sends it to the Drive 4GX booster. The booster amplifies the signal up to 32 times and sends it to the inside antenna. The inside antenna broadcasts the amplified signal to all the devices in the RV. In the box you will find the Drive 4GX booster, outside antenna, inside antenna, 20 feet of cable with a cable adapter, an AC/DC power supply, a hardwire power supply, cable mounts and ties, and a cable entry cover. Installation. The first step is to determine where you want the outside antenna located. The instructions recommend mounting it to the RV ladder so the entire antenna is above the roof line and clear of any metal obstructions. Note, this location must be within reach of the booster using the 20-foot coax cable provided. Our motorhome is 36 feet long, so mounting the antenna on the ladder won't work for our installation. I thought about buying a longer cable and running it from the back all the way up to the front, but when I ran that idea past the Weboost technicians, they said if I wanted to get the maximum signal boost, I should not exceed the provided 20 feet of cable. I want the booster closer to the front of the RV, so my solution was to remove an antenna I installed several years ago that we no longer use on the roof and replace it with the Weboost antenna. The instructions recommend drilling a 1-inch hole toward the top of the RV that will go to the desired location of the booster. Since I am using the old antenna location, I can route the cable through the existing hole in the roof directly from the cabinet where I want the booster located. Now I just need to connect the RG6 cable to the outside antenna and install the antenna on the roof. You can see here I have a cable entry plate cover so I can seal the cable and plate at the roof. The location for the booster is the cabinet above the driver's seat in the RV. The booster has a mounting bracket that can be used to mount it at the desired location. The booster needs to be located near a power source and where the 20-foot supplied RG6 cable can reach the booster. Next, fasten the smaller SMA connection to the outside antenna port on the booster. Connect the 13-foot RG58 cable to the inside antenna port on the booster. Route the cable where you want to receive the boosted signal. Connect the inside antenna to the cable. I resealed the cable and entry cover on the roof and the installation is complete. To measure the booster performance, I'm going to follow the instructions in the user manual. First, put the phone in field test mode and write the numbers down in the manual. You can see the signal strength, -100 decibels, translates into a fair signal. Next, power up the booster by connecting the power cable to the booster and plugging it into a 120 volt outlet. Now I can compare the results of the booster performance. You can see the signal boost went from -100 decibels to -68 decibels, which translates to an excellent signal. That's a pretty significant increase in signal boost. This wasn't a difficult installation, but if you're not comfortable installing the product on your RV, have the installation done by a reputable RV repair facility. Now, when you travel by RV and need a reliable signal, it's not a problem. For more information on the Weboost Drive 4GX RV signal booster, visit www.weboost.com. Happy camping.
We hope you enjoyed this week's program, and for more information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos and stories from current and past shows, visit our website at rollinontv.com. You can also join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. As usual, this has been another fun production. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com. If you're into RVing or just appreciate vintage vehicles, be sure to set your GPS for the RV MH Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana. This museum houses the largest collection of vintage RVs and trailers dating as far back as 1916. For more information, visit their website at rvmhhalloffame.org.